What will it be, sir?
The attendant asked the young man before her.
Hi, I'll need some rope, plastic bags, a handsaw, duct tape.
The man needed to be well supplied, of course, given his plans for renovations of a basement. After all, it was going to be a substantial undertaking.
Renovating your home, are we?
The attendant asked casually.
Not exactly.
The man replied.
I'm planning to visit an old friend.
He said with a dark glimmer in his eye. Simply because he couldn't wait for the prank he'd surprise his friend with, of course. Time passed and the man drove his grey, unmarked van. For he had just had it washed, and the license plate just happened to fall off in the car wash without him noticing. To the house of his old friend and parked right in front. It was the dead of night, and he suspected his friend might be fast asleep. But that was the perfect time for the prank. He put on gloves. Renovations were dirty work, and set off. The man snuck around the house and fed his friend's dog a piece of meat with sedatives. He didn't wish for it to bark and wake everyone up, knowing full well how important getting 8 hours of sleep is. He, of course, made sure the sedative wouldn't harm the good boy. Coming around the back of the house, he carefully inspected the windows and found them unlocked. He chuckled softly. His friend has always been so very forgetful, and he knew this would happen. He would have to remind his friend he doesn't want him to get burgled, after all. The window opened without so much as a creak. It was clearly well maintained, and the man was satisfied with that. He climbed through it. It was already open, and he didn't want to wake his friend by knocking on the door. It was time to start. He spread the plastic sheets he had bought in the living room and set all his tools nearby. Handsaw, duct tape, drills, everything you need for renovations. He even brought a bottle of chloroform as a solvent for the construction of the wooden floor. Polish is ever so important. The time came in the early morning. His friend had awoken, disturbed by a slight noise the man inadvertently made when two of the tools clinked together. He came downstairs armed with a golf club, not knowing the perfect safety he was in now that the man carefully locked all the doors and windows. The danger of burglary was utterly gone. The friend switched the lights on and gasped as he saw the scene. The bags, the tools, chloroform, and amidst it all, his friend, a devilish grin on his face.
Thought you could escape it, didn't you?
The man asked and adjusted his gloves. Oh, Mark, you came all this way for... The friend laughed and set down his club.
Hey, you said you were gonna make a man cave, and you've been procrastinating it this entire time. It ends now. We're making a man cave.
The man said excitedly. Time for some renovations.